Claiming you have money that you do not have does not amount to the art of the deal. It's the art of the steal.
New York Attorney General Letitia James is suing former President Donald Trump, his children Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, along with the Trump Organization, following a 3-year investigation into their finances.
This conduct cannot be brushed aside and dismissed as some sort of good faith mistake.
The Attorney General says she recently rejected an offer by Team Trump to settle this matter after he repeatedly pleaded the fifth when she deposed him.
Pattern of fraud and deception that was used by Mr. Trump and the Trump Organization for their own financial benefit is astounding.
So there's a popular saying, and it's as old as ages. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. And in terms of politicians, man, I think that most of them do a real good job at not throwing any stones, because majority of politicians around the country, and I'm talking the United States, most of them are corrupt at some degree. You know, when there's power, ladies and gentlemen, when there's a little bit of money and power over another person, a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people can't handle that. And that's why when really bad things happen, all politicians are typically real quiet about it. They just let the system play out. They don't have any comments. They don't have anything to say about it. But I will say, there is that exception. There's the hungry politician. There's that one politician that's going to shoot missiles at the other in order to upgrade their career. And listen, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a blood sport. But best believe if you're attacking someone else to upgrade your own career, you better have a concrete house. That shit better be reinforced with no windows, because you will face bite back. It might be 10 years. It might be 5 years. It might be in a few months, but I see it time and time again. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what's happening with Letitia James, in my opinion. Now, if you recognize that face, you recognize the speech in the beginning. This is the woman who sued Donald Trump for inflating assets in his own financial situations. Now that he's president, now that he has all this power, listen, it's fair game. Trump is 100% going after Letitia James. He wants her gone. And again, when you have skeletons in your closet, it becomes easy to do so. There are politicians that go their entire lives with that image. Ooh, just such a great man for the community, such a great woman for the community. And all along, they were doing the same bullshit. But guess what? They did it without encroaching upon someone else's bullshit. The second you start to reach out and get a little too aggressive, things start to happen, man. So anyways, we're going to go through charges placed against Letitia James by the DOJ for apparently mortgage fraud. Apparently she doctored certain numbers so that she could get benefits that people aren't supposed to get. You know, it's almost like when you have insurance in one area, but you use like your mom's address or something so that you get lower rates. It's almost like that. You see, people do that, but they do it quietly. They don't make enemies. When you make enemies, all those things come out, man. I'm talking everything, especially if you're a politician. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this criminal complaint, apparently, against Letitia James. Let's check this out. All right, so it begins. Factual allegations. As shown below, the evidence indicates that Ms. James falsified bank documents and property records to acquire government-backed assistance, loans, and more favorable loan terms. While serving as Attorney General for the state of New York, Ms. James purchased a home in Norfolk, Virginia, and in the process declared that she intended to occupy this property as my principal residence. This meant that she would be a full-time resident in Norfolk, Virginia. The obvious reason for making this certification would be to obtain lower interest rates on the mortgage loan. Now listen, again, it's the same thing as getting insurance and claiming a different address, bro. It's fraud. You're not supposed to do that. And this is something serious, bro, because this is not like your car note. your car insurance. This is a property. This is your mortgage. Basically, you're never home. It's almost like the same thing with Napoleon Harris that they're trying to claim with him in the whole Tiffany Henyard saga. The same thing. But this time it seems to be true. She is claiming a property that she doesn't even live at. I mean, listen, do what you do, right? Like I said, all politicians, in my opinion, are dogs in some type of way. They're hounds. They do anything they could do to get above each other. That's just how I feel about it. I don't think there might be a pure politician, but I'll tell you what, any pure politician is probably not the one in power. Anybody who has any type of say-so, and man, listen, they're corrupt somehow. But this is all coming to light because of her attack on Trump. In my opinion, if you wanted to do that and you knew this would boost your career, you should have scrubbed and cleaned and clarified and fixed everything before doing that, because you're going against one of the higher, like, listen, there's different entities that are attacking her all at the same time because of this. And it's only because she stirred the bee's nest. But let's continue. Additionally, on another occasion, Miss James appears to have misrepresented the number of dwelling units in a multi-dwelling building she owned. Now, hold on. When I tell you politicians be rich, a multi-dwelling unit that you owned, listen, do you find it strange that when some people go into politics, they become millionaires? They make all the right plays. They make all the best investments. They do everything. They're just rich now after a few years in a high seating position. Listen, this whole game, the game is rigged, man. I don't want to be Mr. Conspiracy Theorist, but shit. Things like this happen all the time. I'm not the least surprised by this. We just get to see it on the big screen because now it's a war between two people. Whether you believe it or not, this is retaliation for that situation a couple of years ago with Letitia James. I promise you it is. So now we get to see something that happens probably on the daily. They do this shit all day, every day, bro. But now we're actually seeing it and everything's like, oh my God, she's actually cheating and getting benefits that she's not supposed to be getting. Man, shit, everybody's doing that shit. But let's continue. She continued to misrepresent the number of dwelling units in subsequent years to obtain additional benefits to which she was not entitled, including a mortgage refinancing through a federally backed lender at a rate lower than that typically offered through a private market. Shit. Smart. I mean, it's a little smart, you see. Tiffany Henyard could never. Tiffany, see, the problem is this is a smart woman. We're not dealing with a fucking buffoon. Okay, this woman has been doing this shit. We're not dealing with a Tiffany Henyard this time. So with that comes more ability to doctor things, which is bad for her, because I don't care how smart you are. I don't care any of that. When you have as many resources coming at you that are coming at her right now, it doesn't matter. They are going to find something. In my opinion, this is another situation where someone's going to be made a sacrificial lamb. All the other politicians, all her peers, they're quiet, not saying a word, because guess what? They don't want to get caught up in that shit. They do that too. Okay? But anyways, let's move on to a little video of her basically explaining herself. False, baseless allegations. Oh, it's a tirade against me. I agree with that part. But if there's truth there, you're still fucked, sister. It's crazy. So this is a softball interview. They're definitely talking in her favor. But you guys just let me know what you think. Do you think Letitia James is innocent? Or do you think she's really out here moving like a kingpin? Falsely identifying her mortgage building, living somewhere else and claiming that she lives in another area. Man, listen, she's all over the place, but let's do this.
from the New York Times and other publications that you are on Donald Trump's adversary list and that he's, quote unquote, coming for you. The Federal Housing Finance Agency sent a criminal referral letter to the Department of Justice just last week saying that you falsified records about real estate properties you own and that you should be prosecuted for mortgage fraud.
I know her heart fell to her ass when she said that, because this is live. You know, she's in her office. Do you see that smile she gave when she said falsifying mortgage documents? Do you see the smile that came on Letitia's face? This is it, man. I'm talking lock in, because your whole life is on the line right now. I'm talking laser focus, Letitia, because everything you ever worked for is at risk of being demolished 100%.
What do you say to those very serious allegations that Trump and team have lobbed against you, Attorney General?
So, Ariba, it's great to see you, and it's an honor and a privilege to be on your podcast. And my response is, it's baseless. Listen, Donald Trump is on a revenge tour, and he finally got up to the J's. And so it's my time. And so the allegations are baseless. I'm not going to litigate them in the media. We will respond at the appropriate time in the appropriate fashion. I just want all of you to know that I again, stand up each and every day to defend the rule of law and the Constitution and to do my job without fear and or without favor.
And this is the absolute worst part, because, again, when you build your career up on tearing down something, you can't get caught doing that. That's almost like AG Tactical says, Wade Wilson's a piece of shit, and then I go to jail for, stabbing somebody. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how to say it on YouTube without getting flagged, but you know what I mean? It's the same thing. You can't be a quote unquote advocate for something and then do the same shit that you're against. Her whole thing, like she said, Miss Attorney General, her whole thing is fighting injustices in politics. That's why she went after Trump. That's why she went after his assets. This is not right. I think she just recently sued him today, and we're going to go over that tomorrow. That's what makes this shit worse. If nobody claims you to be an angel and they find out that you're not, then no one's surprised. But if you're this holy, wonderful beacon of hope and you're a piece of shit, it's just all that much worse.
And we will continue to make sure that we protect vulnerable and marginalized populations here in the great state of New York, and all individuals, obviously, who love liberty.
And I completely understand. Thank you for that response. I know you can't litigate and shouldn't be litigating just these, as you call them, baseless charges against you. There's not even been any kind of formal announcement of charges against you. So I know it's way too soon to talk about it, but it does seem like a tit for tat. So you prosecute civilly Donald Trump for financial fraud, essentially, get this historic $450 million judgment against him. And now, as you said, he gets to the J's on his adversary list, and he comes after you for essentially some form of financial fraud.
Listen, man, $450 million. I don't care how rich you are. You're going to be pissed off about that 450. Again, what did she expect? Boom, your career explodes after that. It's amazing. You should have cleaned up your situations, my ma'ams. That's crazy. You cost this man $450 million. And you don't think he's going to come back? Retaliation or not, whatever, if it's moral or not, you should have had your ducks in a row. It's almost like I got away with murder 5 years ago, AG Tactical, and now I do a YouTube channel talking shit about people who kill people. Oh, he's a terrible person. Oh, he should go to jail. Oh, give him the chair. You have to scrub your past if you're going to really play that game, and it's a dangerous one. And she played it. And listen, man, this is what's happening at the end of it. But we'll see what happens. We'll keep up with it.
There has to be some irony in this for those that are watching this play out in real time.
So yeah, you've got some of his followers, these MAGA Republicans, very conservative individuals, who obviously have done a lot of digging into my background, and again, and have come up with, some baseless allegations. And again, it's in response to the fact that we secured a $454 million judgment
54.
against Donald Trump for exaggerating his assets because he inflated his assets to secure favorable insurance and mortgage terms. And now they want to turn the tide on me. And again, we will respond accordingly. And I want everyone to know that I took an oath to the Constitution, to the rule of law, to New Yorkers, and that's what I do each and every day.
And I think it's important for folks to know the charges are so baseless. These are allegations dating back decades ago in the early 1980s. And I am so honored and excited that you're going to fight these charges. Glad to hear that you plan to vigorously defend yourself against these baseless charges. But Attorney General,
Shit, the 1980s, man. Shit, Letitia, I wasn't even out here, man. Shit, I was a thought. I probably wasn't even a thought around that time. Listen, that's what happens, man. She didn't think far back enough. She was like, ooh, my 2010s, clean. My 2000s, clean. My 1995s and shit, clean. My 1990s, clean. She didn't go back far enough. Listen, when you're at this type of a stage, Attorney General of New York, ma'am, it's all about kicking up dust, in my opinion. When you kick up dust, that's when they come for you. Nobody gave a fuck about her bitch ass mortgage fraud, wire fraud bullshit. Nobody cared about that. Do you think any politician in this country gave a fuck about that? Man, listen, they didn't. Trump got butthurt when he had to pay that money, and now it's a vendetta. You should have looked closer, is my opinion.
you have to imagine that Donald Trump is doing this for a reason. Obviously, he hates you because you were so successful in your civil claim against him, but also to send a message to others that if you do try to hold Donald Trump accountable in the court of law, that you too could find yourself the subject of a criminal investigation and possibly a prosecution from his Department of Justice. Is that likely to have a chilling effect on other attorney generals throughout the country who may be looking at lawsuits against Donald Trump and his administration?
So I'm happy to be a part of a coalition of attorneys general who have been taking action against Donald Trump, all of his executive orders. These group of attorneys general span the nation. And prior to his election, we prepared for this moment. We analyzed Project 2025. We looked at jurisdiction. We looked at venue. We looked at standing. We looked at causes of action. And we were ready, which is why on day one, when he filed his first executive order challenging birthright citizenship, we were ready. And we've been ready ever since. And under my leadership, we have filed close to 12 lawsuits and filed a number of amicus briefs challenging this administration. So yes, it does have a chilling effect, not only on attorneys, but it has a chilling effect on a number of institutions. You've seen that Donald Trump has gone after law firms. He's gone after universities. He's gone after colleges. He's gone after...
So she's trying to muddy the water, which is smart, And trust me, this is no Tiffany Henyard, man. She is media trained and she is ready to go. And she got money. She's stupid money. Ridiculous money. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you thought Tiffany Henyard's little $300,000 was some money? Nah, this is money right here. I watch enough broadcasts and like videos and news to understand when people are trying to just say keywords to fluff up and cover up the bullshit that they're doing. Birthright, boom, keyword. Everybody all over shit. My Belizeans are perked their ears up when they heard birthright. Oh yeah. Conversation. DEI situations happening throughout America. Ears up. I don't care what side you're on. Conversation. So she's very good at just fluffing that sentence up to kind of make you forget about what we're talking about. We are talking about mortgage fraud. We are talking about what do they call it? Phantom mortgages, units that live there, but you don't report them. We're talking about that. You know what I mean? And this is going to be nasty, bro. I feel like we caught this at the beginning section. Shout out Hannibal is Hungry. He emailed me about the story. He was telling me about how it's really gonna get crazy over time. So shout out Hannibal is Hungry. Go subscribe to him. Get him to 100,000 subscribers. Little plug for my boy over there. He's about to blow up. Check him out. But yeah. All that being said, this is the beginning, bro. This shit's gonna get nasty. I'm talking like major media news nasty.
A journalist. He's gone after, not-for-profits. And it's, again, this chilling effect. It's an attempt to basically reorganize government. It's an attempt to consolidate power in the hands of one man. It's an attempt, again, to ignore the Constitution, to ignore the First Amendment, the right to free speech, the right to due process, and it ignores the fact that he does not have the right to basically write legislation by signing an executive order and or freezing funds for major organizations and agencies all throughout this country. That's why we are fighting back. And that's why I am on his enemies list. And it basically is a badge of honor, if you will, to know that I am standing up. I will not bow. I will not break. I will not bend. I will, again, march into this office with all of the individuals who stand by my side, all 800 attorneys, again, defending the Constitution, defending the rule of law, and standing up for New Yorkers and all individuals who believe in our system of government.
And that's pretty much it, folks. You guys let me know what you think. Do you think this is a Trump shakedown? Well, I mean, it is a Trump shakedown. Trump doesn't like her. Trump wants her out of office. So that's not even a question. So what question are we asking at the end of this video is the real question. Do you think she did it? I guess. But the way this is looking, and listen, this is surface level research. I'm about to go crazy, about to really see what's going on. But from everything I'm seeing, it just seems like she did it some years ago and forgot to cover it up, forgot to fix it, forgot to handle it properly. That's what it seems like. And again, I don't care if you're 65 years old. This was 30 years ago. If an ethics board finds something like that, disbarred. Oh, how much money was that? Oh, fines. Oh, maybe jail time. Things can get really spooky if she gets caught up with any of these charges, especially in the position that she's in. But shit, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you want me to cover this some more. Stay inside, stay safe. I love y'all. Shout out all the new subscribers. We got more Stephen Stearns information coming. We got more information from all over the place coming, folks. So stay tuned. I'll see you soon. Peace.